All right, all right, all right.
Let's do it, boss. Let's do it. All right, I'm gonna sit here and talk for a second, and I'm gonna sit here and say this is what I'm gonna say. This is gonna warm up, like you know how some of those people, some of those performers and singers do their vocal warm and stuff like that. This is gonna be our warm up right here. One, are we unmuted? I won't know until the live stream catches up to us. One, are we unmuted? Two, am I echoing? Am I echoing?
You sound good on my end, man.
Man, we sound great. That's what I love to
Hey,
hear.
man. You
That's what I
know,
love. We're getting in here. We're
comes with
getting
experience.
because of experience. We're getting pretty good at this. Oh man, this is gonna be a good day. This is gonna be a good day. So man, here we go. Here we go. 2 episode week. This is the first time we're having a 2 episode week, simply because we're now going to be going down to 1 episode per week. We're going to stick to that. And as I said on the Instagram post, the Wednesdays at 7 won the poll. So we're gonna be doing these on Wednesdays at 7 for a while now until season kind of maybe comes around. It'll probably be, I don't know, a little bit before season when things really start heating up and stuff. With that being NBA and college basketball as well. Uh, so cool. Cool deal. How you feeling today, man? You excited? I mean, I think I'm excited. So how you feeling?
Bouncing off the walls, ready to go, Pat.
Bouncing off the walls, ready to go. Yeah, it's just been
Been
great.
thinking about it all.
I'll be honest with you. I'm a little sore today. Yesterday, we scrimmaged the a bunch of alumni from the high school scrimmaged the varsity team yesterday. We won, obviously, because we're dogs. I mean, I'm still going out there dropping 25, and we played 4 or 5 games, and I'm just not I'm not in the shape that I used to be, and my body hurts, and that's okay.
Telling
We
me,
still
man.
we still won. We still won. That's great stuff. Anyways, so today kind of what we're going to talk about is this first little segment here that we have going on is a little bit more, I guess, informal, or yeah, a little more informational and stuff like that, and kind of going to be uh, maybe hyping ourselves up just a little bit. And then after that, since it was kind of a pretty quick turnaround from Sunday and the summer league ended here in the past couple of days, so not much is going on right now. We're gonna have a couple different things, different games. We're gonna get you all involved. We'll kind of explain those different games, different segments to you all. The chat is going to go. It's going to be a big part of this episode. And as always, send in any questions that you have that you want us to answer. Anything basketball related, doesn't just have to be about the NBA or NBA players specifically. It could be anything.
Hey, it don't
And
even
then,
gotta be basketball related for me. I'll answer whatever you want me to.
well,
You can ask me. You can ask me about the weather. You can
oh
ask me
man,
about politics. You can
no, we're
ask
not.
me about my
Oh
love
no,
life,
it's
Pat's
zero.
love life.
This is my love life right here. My love life is basketball and a freaking basketball podcast. So pretty much I'm a sorry ass human being. So, but anyways, so let's get started. Let's talk about what happened in the summer league, and let's just talk about how freaking great we are. Like, hello, it's like watch out, Stephen A. Watch out, Jay Billis. Watch out, whoever. Watch out, Max Kellerman. We're coming for your job. We're coming for your job because I want. How many of those players that we talked about over the past couple episodes, summer league wise, and who we were thinking is going to come start showing out of the draft, were on the first and second teams? That's great. That's great.
It
We're
ain't
talking
nothing for us, Pat. You know.
nothing, man. Nothing. The first team. There's G.G. Jackson. You talked about him a lot. Still terrible that he should have been on the first team, but that's okay. Scottie Pippen Jr. Man, that's another guy that you were talking about the other day. That's great. Reed
Hey,
Shepard.
he got my favorite player. Screw Reed Shepard. We don't
Reed
care.
Shepard, rookie of the year, best player in the draft. Reed Shepard. And my guy, my surprise player, who kind of came out and started kind of hooping and stepped in the spotlight just a little bit, Khalil Ware of the Heat. And heck, they went on and won the summer league off whose game winner? Whose game winner? I don't know if you all recall from back on draft night when we talked about the draft. Paye Larson, my sleeper pick, coming out hitting game winners, beating Memphis in the
Hey,
summer
he
league.
got lucky though. He
He
got
got
lucky.
he got lucky. And the second team, absolute hooper. Maybe should have gotten the first team over G.G. Jackson or Jordan Miller. I'm talking Jalen Wilson for the Nets. Absolute bucket getter, dude.
I don't know
Absolute,
how you're the MVP of the summer league and don't get first team,
very,
but
very, very questioning. Yeah, that's for sure. That just doesn't make sense at all. So, yeah, that's
GG,
great.
GG though.
That's great. And some upcoming potentially coaches that are going to maybe start seeing and getting assistant coaching jobs because um, at the summer league level, what the NBA teams like to do is they'll have sometimes some of the teams like to have their NBA summer league coaches be one of their assistants or or it's usually one of their assistants, but sometimes some of these teams let their G League coach and going from a G League head coach to an NBA assistant coach, believe it or not, is a promotion. So and then also, I don't know if you've seen the Heat's NBA summer league coach. Their summer league coach this year was their video coordinator. So that's some Eric Spoelstra blood. I don't know if you remember the story back in the day. Eric Spoelstra started out as the video coordinator for the Miami Heat. Now look at him now, one of the most successful NBA head coaches of all time. So, anyways, pretty cool
Got
to
to
see
start
that.
somewhere.
Pretty cool to see too. Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm starting. I'm starting. I'm starting at the JV level in high school, and maybe I'll be at the NBA level at
Maybe you'll
some
be
point.
Eric Spoelstra one day.
Maybe I'll be Eric Spoelstra one day. Man, that'd be the dream. That'd be the dream. If I could, if my primary income was to coach basketball, I might honestly be the world record for happiest man to ever live. World record for happiest man to ever live. So
Maybe.
maybe so. All right. So cool. We just had to hype ourselves up a little bit there. We appreciate you all getting on. Again, send in questions, whatever you want. Nick Whalen, thanks, man. Appreciate you updating us on that we were unmuted and the echoing was not happening. That's great. Love the crowd involvement. Um, so let's start out with your kind of segment here, Wilkes, of what
Yeah.
you brought up with. I'll let you explain it, man.
Yeah. So basically, I just wanted me and Pat to kind of draft against each other, but I thought, what's the fun in just drafting all the top stars in the NBA? We're gonna, you get the same people and over again. You know those guys; those aren't surprising you. So I told Pat I wanted to have a draft of players of like a specific time period or a specific event. So like, you've got certain years of players, you've got certain moments of them. And so I just wanted to kind of have a draft on that, kind of a little unserious draft, I guess. And I guess you'll see as we go kind of more of what I'm talking about. It probably doesn't click a lot of sense right now, but I
Here,
think
let
you'll
me-
catch on to it pretty quickly.
yeah, it's like I'll give one example because what we want you all to do, we want you all to put. This is where the chat comes in. We want you all as listeners, as we go on, to put your. You can draft five. I have five starters and a six man for mine. You guys can do five and a six man, or just five. You can just think of it. I'll just give you all an example. I'm sorry, Wilkes, if this is one of your picks, but this is who he gave me an example as. But one of the examples is his starting point guard could potentially be Jeremy Lin Sanity in New York. Okay, so we want you all to put it in the chat. You're all's five or you're all six, whatever, and we just want to kind of see what you all think and maybe hype you all up a little bit. So hype you all up a little bit so and get you all involved with the game too. So, well, how are we gonna go for the number one pick because it's your
I
game.
didn't think.
It's your game. It's your game. I'll let you go
No, you
first.
know what, man? I want you to have the first pick.
No, I want you to have it.
I'm going deep in my bag on this. I promise you, I don't need the first pick.
Okay. So you're gonna give me first pick.
Yeah,
Okay. I
and
know I'm
it's alternating. It's alternating. We ain't doing no
right.
snake draft.
No snake, just alternating back and forth. That's fine with me. Um, I know which one of the two I want to pick first. I just don't, or I know two, but I don't know which one of the two I want to pick because I don't want you to take the other one. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get this one. I'm gonna go ahead and get this one in because this right here is one of the best performances. Performance more than one performance. A very iconic thing, a very big. Everybody knows it. At my small forward, I mean, I'm talking one he had there. I'll just read some stats out. This is points: 45 or 41 in a game, 35 in a game, 30 twice, 27 once, 25 once. He had 11 threes in one of these games, 9 threes in one of these games, 7 threes, and 8 threes in one of these games. These are all seven. I'm taking Game 6, Klay Thompson at my small forward. Game 6, Klay Thompson.
I like it. I like it a lot, Pat. That was a great first pick. That
Game
was good.
6, Game 6, Klay Thompson.
That's good. That's really good. Okay. Um, I'm between two guys. I really thought you were gonna take one of them.
Oh, really?
I'm gonna get my bag though. I want this guy. I know I
Okay.
want this guy. I There was a time period in the NBA where things seemed uncertain. You know, you could say people were wearing masks in the crowd. There were no fans, but one man rose up to put on an absolute clinic, and I mean, it's one of the greatest stretch of games I've ever seen. He didn't miss. I'm gonna take Bubble Jamal Murray with my first pick.
Hey, I like that pick.
Hey,
Bubble Jamal.
he was dropping points. He was dropping some questionable Instagram stories. He was doing everything.
Oh, yes. Good pick. Good, good pick. I got you. Okay. Um, this is my shooting guard position. This is my shooting guard position right here. I'm between two people. I'm between two people, and one of the picks is who is the same person I just picked, just a different performance, or there's another one, and I'm trying to decide which one of the two is more iconic, and I think I know, and I think I know. So at my two guard, this game 5 finals performance in 1997 had 38 points, 7 boards, 5 assists. Give me flu game Jordan at my two. Flu
It's a
game
great
Jordan
pick.
at my two.
That's a great pick. You know, I
Who did,
somehow didn't have that on my board.
you didn't have flu game Jordan? What? That's like one of the most iconic games ever.
He
Okay,
just
can
he
you
crossed.
can you guess the other one that I was gonna maybe pick? I bet you can. It's Clay Thompson again.
It's Clay Thompson again.
It would have been, but I ended up going. I didn't want Clay twice, so I went with flu game
Well, yeah.
Jordan, which is iconic. But I don't know if you had this one on
Oh,
your
Clay Thompson, 0 dribbles.
11 dribbles, 60 points, 11
11.
dribbles,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
60 points, 11 dribbles. So, but yeah, I thought flu game was a little bit more iconic in history.
I agree. I agree. I agree. I
So,
like it. I like it a lot.
so that's my two guard.
All right. So I've got Jamal at my one. Um, all right. I'm gonna go ahead and go to my big man because I know I need this guy on my team. Uh,
Okay. Dang, if you
this
take
is this is he may be. This is his prime in my eyes. This is his prime of his life right here. He is the best player in the league by far, probably. I'm gonna take Taiwan Dwight Howard, best player in the league, stretch five, can do it all. I mean,
Oh no!
what else you want?
Oh
Best player in the league.
no! Oh no, man! That's awesome. Taiwan to
Yeah,
White. Taiwan to White. So you've got some funny stuff. Mine are all fairly serious. My six man is actually quite good. I like my six man. He would have started. It's just I couldn't put him. I just couldn't find him. It would have been a little too small. We needed a little
I
bit more.
understand that. I got a
Oh,
few guys that probably don't have a spot in the starting lineup, so but they'll
oh
come
my
off
God.
the bench.
Taiwan. Taiwan to White. That's great. Great pick. All right. Well, you've got your big man, so I'm gonna not draft mine yet because I've got some time now. It seems like so. I'm gonna go ahead and just go ahead and get my point guard. I'm a scoring dude. I love offense. I love to score the rock. I don't get a true point guard on my team because at my point guard position, I mean, you can't pass this dude up. It's the second best shooting guard of all time, second best player of all time, Kobe Bryant, 81 point game. Kobe Bryant, 81 point game, and it's just like the commercial with when he because he dropped it on Jalen Rose, that commercial that says how many olives do you want in your martini? And he said he wants 81. He wants 81, son. 81 point Kobe Bryant at my point guard. My backcourt,
R.I.P.
my
R.I.P.
backcourt, my backcourt is complete.
I like it. I don't know if he's gonna have the scoring to keep up with Bobo Jamal Murray, but
Come on now, come on.
um, um, let's see. I need a three, and I like the one I have on the board right now. Um, this guy didn't have very many great games, one would say, but there was one in particular that he did have a amazing game. With that being said, I'm gonna take Corey Brewer, the one game he had 50 points.
Come
I want to talk about
on,
not missing.
Trey.
Dude was driving, finishing, post fades. He's got me covered in everywhere I need.
Okay, I like it. Yes, I do remember that game. That it was that one game that Corey Brewer just absolutely got buckets. Other than that, he was always seventh, eighth, ninth man on the bench.
He
Always.
just needed a spark. He
He just
needed a spark.
the story. He finally got a contract. I think after that game, right? I think
He should
he
have.
he had a pretty good year that year, and then that contract or that 50 point game really solidified his contract. So.
He earned it. He earned it.
Cool deal. Good pick. All right, this one right here. I'm gonna go ahead and take my power forward because I'm not worried about you taking my center since you already have your Taiwan Dwight Howard at center. Uh, this
Man.
one right here. This one right here. My power forward. You're gonna love this one because
Hmm.
this is arguably one of the best performances ever known to man, ever known to the game of basketball. At my power forward, I'm taking NBA dunk contest Aaron Gordon. NBA dunk contest Aaron Gordon.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Yes, the best NBA dunk contest of all time. The best NBA dunk contest of all time. And I will say that since I've got my guards, one of my, not he's not my six man. I've got a better six man than that, but one of my reserves, if you would have picked one of my guys, was NBA dunk contest Zach Levine. Could you imagine those two together putting on that performance on the same floor on the same team?
If you bring out the Orlando Magic mascot, I mean, they could just have.
And then I might just have to throw in. I might have to throw in Blake Griffin jumping over the car or something.
Your team's just gonna be dunking the whole time.
That's it.
We have Dwight Howard shoot threes. That's the difference.
I love it.
All right, I love the pick. I do love the pick, Pat. Um, all right, so I got my point guard, got my three, and I've got my big man solidified. Um, I'm going to go ahead and take my 2 guard. I feel like, Dwight Howard's locking up the post. Corey Brewer's a good defender, I guess. Jamal Murray can be when he wants. So we're just going to take scoring at the 2, try to keep up.
There you
And I'm going to take Jordan Poole when there's baddies courtside.
go.
And he's going to drop 40 for me. And that's all we need.
Jordan Poole when the Kardashians are in the building. Jordan Poole when the Kardashians are in the building.
Jordan Poole on the court when Kylie Jenner's sitting 10 feet next to him. He's dropping 50.
Oh my gosh. That's awesome, dude. That's freaking awesome. Okay. My last pick or my last starter. My big man, my center. Arguably the best game, the best individual game of all time. Give me Will Chamberlain, 100-point game.
I figured it was coming.
Will Chamberlain, 100-point game. You took Dwight in Taiwan. I'm taking Will Chamberlain getting 100.
They're both playing the same amount of competition. So.
Oh man.
Wilt was playing Granddad Plumbers. Dwight's playing the Taiwanese. So.
Oh gosh.
But I mean, it was the right pick. I give it to you. It was the right.
Great pick. Great pick.
In my 4, round out the starting lineup, I needed a guy that was going to give me tenacity. A guy that, he might have been slept on at one time, but he's not anymore.
Oh, so it's a current player. Current player.
Oh, he's current.
Okay, all right.
And I'm going to take Juan Hernan Gomez in the movie Hustle.
There you go, dog.
Absolute
I love
mutt.
Great
Adam
pick.
Sandler himself gave him the approval. That's enough for me.
That's enough for you. Bo Cruz, baby. Bo Cruz.
Bo Cruz.
Bo Cruz, dog, son.
We need it on this team.
The cruise missile. Absolute bucket. Yeah, I watched that movie for the first time, and I was like, like, what happened, man? Like you suck in real life. Like, you can barely make a roster now. Then you're in here and you're grinding for a spot, and then you end up getting, it's just like, whatever. I'm just kidding. Great player, great pick. So, all right, my last pick, my 6-man. I got a 6-man for you. Might be the sleeper of the draft. This might be the sleeper of the whole draft. Coming in, the 6-man, coming off the bench, he's going to be able to score in numbers. He's going to be able to score in numbers, and he will get off the floor quicker than anybody ever has before. Give me wheelchair Paul Pierce as my 6-man.
Was he going to play one half?
Wheelchair Paul Pierce, 6-man coming off the bench. What a team, man. What a team, man.
You screwed the arena, guys. Now they got to make it wheelchair ramp accessible. They don't know where we're playing. Hey, third best player on his team. Don't quote me.
Oh, man. That's great.
All right.
That's great.
All right. I need a spark. Off the bench as well. Really between 2 guys here. But since it's that time of the year, that time every 4 years, I guess, I'm going to take from Germany's Olympic team, I'm going to take Dennis Schroeder during the Olympics. One of the best players in the world for some reason. 20 and 10 score in the Olympics. Just the Olympics, not real life. But in the Olympics, he's him for Germany.
I don't know how it happens, but he does. You know who he's like? When it comes to, I'm not saying this guy was a bad player. In a couple of years in the NBA, he did score decent numbers and put up decent numbers. But once it was time, and this dude was even playing behind, even in the Olympics, playing behind Manu Ginobili in Argentina. That's freaking Luis Scola. Luis Scola in the NBA, I mean, he was solid. He was a good role player. But then when it was time for the Olympics, Luis Scola and Manu Ginobili are coming out here giving the USA team problems.
They look like all stars out of nowhere. Yeah, I don't
Oh, man.
understand it, but I'm glad it happens. It's entertaining whenever somebody like that just pops off. But
It's about the country, man. It's about your country. That's what it's about, dude. That's what it's about.
you put a German flag on Dennis Schroeder, he turns into triple double Russell Westbrook. I don't know.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, we got any in the chat, man? Anybody? Yeah, we do. We do it. All right, hey, all right. Evan Shelton put one in here, put a team in there for us. Thanks, man. We appreciate it. All right, starting at his point guard position. He's got a 20-20-20 Russ. I like that. I like that pick. Great pick. Great pick.
Not bad, Shelly.
60-point triple double James Harden. So he's going serious here. He's really serious.
Yeah.
81-point Kobe Bryant, love it. 31-31 Kevin Love, yeah, good one. The 100-point Wilt, six-man is 60-20, 10 Luka, and then honorable mention third quarter Clay. Good picks.
Third quarter Clay is a different breed.
37 points in a quarter. That was insane. That was also on my mind too. Third quarter Clay, but I really couldn't pass up on Game 6 Clay. And I can't believe it. He was the number one pick in this draft. That's great. Game 6 Clay, different person. So,
it was indeed it was a draft. It was a draft.
Yeah, that's great.
I like my team in 5, honestly.
You're not beating my team, no sir. You know who I have coming off the bench?
Yeah, we're going to have to play wheelchair basketball for that.
I mean, you got 81-point Kobe, flu game Jordan, Game 6 Clay. Dude's good dunk contest. Aaron Gordon's going to be slamming on dudes, and Wilt Chamberlain.
Not on Juan Hernan Gomez, he's not. Not on Bo Cruz, baby.
Not on Bo Cruz. Good deal. All right. Nice. That was pretty cool. I'm surprised neither one of us took masked Kobe. I mean, I had it on here, but
I thought you were going to take him when you took 81-point game Kobe, but
no, just 81-point game Kobe. So cool.
I was expecting I was picking between Kyrie as Uncle Drew or Dennis Schroeder with my last pick, but
that's a sleeper. I do like the Kyrie Uncle Drew. I think I might change my flu game Jordan to Space Jam Jordan.
His secret stuff.
The secret stuff. The secret stuff. All right, cool deal. All right, we're going to keep going. Oh, geez. Yeah. Look at the chat there. That's
left hand Larry Bird. He was on my list.
Gosh, yeah, I can't believe I didn't take that one.
I like my players to be ambidextrous. I can't have one guy use one hand.
Ooh. Wow. That kind of hurts my feelings now that I didn't take him. Whatever, it's fine.
Shout out Pat Crony.
Yeah, great pick. All right, yep. Y'all keep sending in questions, sending in takes that you all have. We love to see them. Gonna have this episode. This episode's probably gonna be an hour and 15 minutes, hopefully. So not gonna be too terribly long. So, but I guess we can move on, man. Since there's no questions in the chat, feeling good. Yeah, let's do it. So next up, I kind of have something that we're gonna do, and this one's kind of cool. It's going to kind of get in depth a little bit. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take a 16-team playoff, 8 on the West, 8 on the East, and we're going to do best teams. They're going to rank teams 1 through 8 of the best seasons or the best, like, for example, my 1 seed in the West is the 16-17 Warriors. And then we're going to do that, and we're going to make a playoff, and we're going to say how many games it's going to take for X team to win it. And then, like in the East, it's 95, 96 Bulls, or it's my 1 seed. So pretty 2 easy picks. So and we're gonna do a full playoffs. uh, and crown a champion. So I guess, so to speak, best team of all time, if you really want to say it, best team of all time. So we'll start. We'll start in the East, man. You good with that? We'll start in
Yeah.
the East. Cool. All right. So what we can do, we'll start out. We'll just start out ranking your 1 through 8, and then let's just rank 1 through 8 real quick, and then we'll start doing uh, the game. Go ahead. What's your 1 through 8? Let's just hear your teams.
All right. Yeah. Uh, in my 1 seed, I also had the 95-96 Bulls. They're hard to not give them that. Uh, my 2, I took the 2012-2013 Heat, the big three. LeBron, D. Wade, Bosh, Ray Allen, Shane Battier, Mario Chalmers. Goated
Yeah.
me. My 3, I got the 85-86 Celtics. Went a little old school, but I didn't want to go back too much. Not when they're not way back there, but the prime Larry Bird Celtics.
Dog.
That's there for me.
Absolute dog.
In my 4 seed, I got the 90-91 Bulls.
Mhm.
Just pre Dennis Rodman, but still, you got Pippen, you got Jordan, obviously, you got Horace Grant. They were still dogs. My 5, I got the bad boy Pistons, the 89-90 Pistons, mutts on the court. My 6, I've got the 07-08 Celtics, a different big three, I guess.
Hey.
Wheelchair Paul Pierce making another appearance. But in my 7, I have the 64-65 Celtics, the old Bill Russell, 11 rings. I think they won, 8 in a row, 9 in a row. So I think that was the season they had their best record of those teams. And in my 8 seed, I have the 23-24 Celtics, the reigning national champions.
I didn't know if you were going to get them in there. That's great, dude. That's freaking great. Our top 3 are the same. Our top 3 are the same, actually. So yeah, for my East, my 1 seed 95-96 Bulls, my 2 seed 12-13 Heat, and my 3 seed 85-86 Celtics. So yeah, cool. Uh, my 4 seed, 15-16 Cavs. Arguably LeBron James' best ring, and you have LeBron, Kyrie, Kevin Love, Jr., all those guys, Shumpert, all those guys. So 15-16 Cavs are going to sit at my 4 seed. My 5 seed 07-08 Celtics. Uh, Great team. Slept on. Doc Rivers only high of his career, his coaching career. You're welcome, Doc Rivers, for being the light in your life in 07-08. You need to quit coaching now. You should have done that in 2010. But anyways, 6 seed. I took the 2021 Bucks. Giannis going and getting that ring for Milwaukee, dude. I mean, that's arguably one of the best playoff performances somebody's ever done. I mean, he was dropping 30, 40, 50 points a game. That'd been another great pick for the game that you had was 2020, 2021 playoff Giannis. Great, heck of a player then. My 7 seed was the 23-24 Celtics. I wanted to put them up a little bit. Because I don't know but it's still new. It's still early. They just won it, but I'm sorry. I'm telling you right now, that's arguably one of the best championship teams ever assembled. That's arguably one of the best championship teams ever assembled this year. They're already favored. I mean, as soon as they won it, they're yet again favored to win it next year, even with all the stuff going around. I mean, so great team in Boston now, and then finally, my 8 seed was the 89-90 Pistons. So the bad boys. So
I like it. Yeah. Some similar picks and
similar and different. So what do you got? Let's go. Give me your first round results.
I also had the 16-17 Warriors in my 1 seed in the West.
Yeah.
Arguably, I mean, they're one of the greatest, if not the greatest. They're one of the greatest teams of all time. In my 2, I took the 2000-2001 Lakers. Shaq and Kobe,
At the
probably
two?
the best duo in history. Can't say no to them. My 3 seed, I have technically, if you're going by ranking or record, the best team of all time, the 15-16 Warriors. Year before they got KD, the highest win total in NBA history. In my 4, I've got the 84-85 Lakers, Showtime Magic, Kareem, all the fixins. In my 5 seed, I've got the 13-14 Spurs that knocked off the Miami Heat Big Three. My 6 seed, I've got the 02-03 Spurs. A young Tim Duncan, Manu, Tony Parker, still got David Robinson. I think Steve Kerr was on the team. Good squad. In my 7 seed, I've got the 22-23 Denver Nuggets,
Okay.
NBA champions.
See that I was see. I'll let you go ahead and get your 8 seed.
My 8 seed may come with a little bias, but I took the grit and grind 12-13 Memphis Grizzlies.
Hey man, all right. Two things for you. I almost took a Nuggets team, the 2023 Nuggets, but I couldn't. I just didn't end up fitting them in there. And I'm not gonna lie to you. I almost put 12-13 Memphis as my 8 seed too. And guess what? There was a good chance. There's a good chance that they could beat the Warriors in the first round because they did it to the Spurs that year. They did it to
Exactly.
the 8-1. So
They love being the 8 seed.
I almost did, but I didn't. I ended up not. I'm serious. I almost took the same Memphis team. So. All right. My 1 seed in the West, 16-17 Warriors, pretty easy. My 2 seed in the West, I bumped up one of yours. 13-14 Spurs are my 2 seed. That's a great team, man. I love that team. That's right there. I fell in love with the game of basketball in '07 and '08 when the Celtics won it. That's why I'm a Celtics fan now. But I really, really started taking a more interest and like really understanding and really wanting to be a part of basketball, watching those Spurs teams in the early 2000s. Great team. If the Celtics weren't going to win it, I wanted the Spurs to win it. And so 3 seed, the 86-87 Lakers, Showtime, Kareem, Magic, Byron Scott, James Worthy, AC Green, all of them won 3 championships together. Got to have them in there. 4 seed is the 01 or 2001 Lakers, Kobe Shaq combination. My 5 seed, and I'm surprised you didn't take this one. I've got this team up there pretty good. So I think this is arguably one of the best championship runs in NBA history, and that's the 10-11 Mavs. The 10-11 Dallas Mavericks at my 5 seed in the West. Dirk Nowitzki getting his one and only ring, bringing a ring to Dallas. One of the best championship runs. Had to go through all of those teams in the West and all the way to the finals and beat. They're playing the Spurs. Then were good. The Lakers were still good then because they still had Kobe, Powell, Bynum, Fisher, Barnes, and all that. Um, and the Grizzlies were starting to make a push to be good then too. And then they get to the finals and they knock off LeBron in the Big Three. So that was the start of the Big Three. So that's my 5 seed. 6 seed is that same era of the Spurs that I put down. What is that? Oh, oh three to like 05. I put like a 2 or 3 year span. The same team, same exact team,
Yeah.
but they won 2 championships in 3 years. That year with Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, Manu, Steve Kerr, David Robinson was at the back end of his career. So my 7 seed, I took the 71-72 Lakers, Jerry West, Gail Goodrich, Elgin Baylor, Wilt. I mean, you can't beat that team. That's you got. I mean, that's the logo and the dude that scored 100 points in the game. And I don't know if you knew this or not, but that year the MVP race, those years when Wilt, Bill, and Elgin were in the league together. I mean, Bill was averaging like 15 to 20 points and like 20 or 30, 20 or 25 boards. Wilt was averaging like 40 or 50 points a game. Elgin Baylor was averaging like 40 or 50 points a game. So I had to get that team in there for sure. And then my 8 seed, team that won 2 championships back-to-back years, I took the 93-95 Houston Rockets.
I like
that
it.
rounds in my list. So,
Yeah, I like
all right, let's go back to the East, man. Let's get your first round results.
it. Well, no offense to the reigning champion Celtics, but I don't think they got it in them to take down Michael Jordan and the 95-96 Bulls. I took the Bulls in 5. Um, I had the Bad Boy Pistons against the 90-91 Bulls, and I believe they played in the playoffs that year. The Bad Boy Pistons ended up winning it all, and the Pistons won in 6. Uh, but I took them in 7 just to be safe. Um, I had the 85-86 Celtics beating the Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, Rondo Celtics in 6. And I took the big 3 to sweep Bill Russell's bum team playing plumbers, but I gave them respect.
Okay, all right, we'll just let that go. Not even gonna give them a win. Not one. Not one. That's fine. Okay. So my first round for the East, the 95-96 Bulls taking on the Bad Boy Pistons. I'm taking the Bulls in 4. I'm taking the Bulls, win that one in 4. Those Pistons, they kind of seen Michael Jordan a little bit earlier, so to speak, in his career when he was really trying to figure it out. By 95-96, no, the Bad Boy Pistons were old news, chicken shit, and the Bulls win that one in 4. My 4 and 5, the 15-16 Cavs and the 07-08 Celtics. I hated to do it. I really hated to do it. It went to 6. And I took the 15-16 Cavs. I mean, I wanted to take my Celtics, but I couldn't. I mean, that's arguably LeBron's best championship, and that was a great team. So, 15-16 Cavs, move on. Then my 3 and 6, the 85-86 Celtics taking on the 2021 Bucks. I took the Celtics in 7. I think the Bucks had the start. They had the power to get to 7 games, but I think at the end of the day, the Celtics and just the dynamic and the legacy of the 85-86 Celtics end up taking that series in 7. And then finally, the 12-13 Heat playing my 23-24 Celtics. I took the Heat in 6. I think our boys are good enough to get a couple games in. We might win those first. We might win those first 2 in, or those not the first 2 games, but the first 2 games in Boston. But after that, we might tie it back up 2-2, but then it's game over. So
Yeah, you're making it past there.
they made it past there. All right, let's go semifinals. Let's go semifinals of the East. Semifinals of the East.
All right. Um, I had the 95-96 Bulls playing the Bad Boy Pistons here, and I took the 95-96 Bulls. I gave them in 5 games. Maybe the Bad Boy Pistons could lock up enough for one game to
One
steal
game. One game.
one game. That's all they need. And then I had the 85-86 Celtics playing the Big 3 Heat, and I took the Big 3 in 6. Sorry,
All right.
Larry.
What's your conference finals looking like? What about your conference finals?
I've got the 95-96 Bulls against the Big 3 Heat, and I took the 95-96 Bulls in 7.
I got you.
They would be
Okay,
the best series of all time, maybe, but
I hear you. Yeah, so my semifinals had the 95-96 Bulls and the 15-16 Heat. You're going to see that the Bulls are going to have to really grind to keep moving on and getting forward. I took the Bulls in 7 against the 15-16 Heat. I think Michael Jordan prevails again. And then the other one was 85-86 Celtics and the 12-13 Heat. I think that's what you had too. And I took the Heat in 6 as well. Uh, Celtics are going to get a couple wins there yet again. It's just, I hate to say it, but they just couldn't get to Game 7. That's all right. And then the 95-96 Bulls, 12-13 Heat for me as well. Bulls in 7. That was the finals. All right, man. Let's go to the West. Let's go to the
Yeah.
West.
All right. As much as I love my grit and grind Grizzlies, they really got thrown to the lion's den here. I had the 16-17 Warriors in 5 because by God, Mike Conley and Marc Gasol and Zebo ain't going down in 4. They're still in one of them in the grindhouse. I got the 84-85 Lakers against the 13-14 Spurs. I took the Spurs in 7. I think they pull it out. Sorry, Showtime. I got the 15-16 Warriors against the 02-03 Spurs, and I took the Warriors in 6. And then I had the 2000 Lakers versus the 23 Nuggets, and I took the Lakers in 6.
Lakers in 6. Good picks. Great picks. All right. 16-17 Warriors are taking on the 8 seed 93-94 Rockets. We know what happens. We know what happens here. It's a sweep. Warriors in 4. That's game over. We're going to move on from there. My 4 and 5, the 2001 Lakers taking on the 10-11 Mavs, the 4 and 5 seed. The Mavs taking it 7, baby. I love it. They are going to end up taking them down. They're taking down that Kobe Shaq duo. They're going to make that push. They're trying to get a championship. One of the best championship teams. One of the most underrated, one of the most undervalued championship teams in NBA history. The 10-11 Mavs moving on. 3 and 6, the 86-87 Lakers, and the 03-04, 03-05, whatever, Spurs. I took the Lakers in 5. That's star power for the Lakers, and just who they have compared to the that was still kind of early Tim Duncan, or not early Tim Duncan, sorry, early Tony Parker, or early Monty Ginobili. So the Lakers get that one in 5, and then my 2 seed 13-14 Spurs beat the 71-72 Lakers in 6. So.
I like it. Yeah.
All right, give me your semis and your conference finals.
All right. I've got the 16-17 Warriors against the 13-14 Spurs. And as much as I love that Spurs team, I took the Warriors in 6. I don't think they got enough to stop all that firepower, sadly. Yeah, I love Pop to death, but I don't even think he can pull that one out. I've got the 15-16 Warriors going against the 2000 Lakers. And I think you can't doubt the Mamba. And I took the 2000 Lakers in 7 games. And then I have the 16-17 Warriors against Shaq and Kobe. And Shaq and Kobe ain't doing it again. As it's the 16-17 Warriors.
They're not doing it again. They're not doing it again. 16-17 Warriors going to the finals. So you got Warriors Bulls.
I do indeed.
Cool deal. All right. My semi 16-17 Warriors and the 10-11 Mavs. Warriors at 5, man. The Mavs are going to get 1 in Dallas. Dirk's not going to go out without a fight. Warriors at 5 there. It's pretty obvious. They got out of the first round, had a tough matchup with Kobe and Shaq. But they're not going to beat that Warriors team. And then the other one was the 86-87 Lakers and the 13-14 Spurs. I took the Spurs in 6. Spurs in 6. I didn't think it'd go to 7. I think the Spurs were going to be capable enough to finish it out early enough. Because I think if they'd had to go to Game 7, they might have had some problems. And then finally, the 16-17 Warriors against the 13-14 Spurs in the Western Conference Finals. And you know what's going to happen here. Let's just all be honest. Give me the Spurs, baby. Give me the Spurs in 7. Give me the Spurs in 7 going to the finals, beating the 16-17 Warriors. That's one of the best teams ever assembled, one of the best Spurs teams ever assembled. The ball movement that they have puts the ball movement to the Warriors to shame. To shame. And I'm telling you, give me the 13-14 Spurs in 7 games against the 16-17 Warriors.
All right.
13-14 Spurs taking on the 95-96 Bulls in the finals.
I wouldn't say I agree, but I would never doubt Pop. He can do it. If anybody can do
Ever.
it, he can do it.
Can't doubt him. Can't doubt it. Hey, they beat that Miami Big Three. They're gonna beat the Warriors Big
Maybe. Probably not.
No, they are. They are.
Well, I didn't have the 16-17 Warriors losing, and I had them going up against the 95-96 Bulls. I think this is the two best teams in history, so I would. This is how it should have happened in my head. I do have the 2016-2017 Warriors winning in 7 games. Steve Kerr knows Michael Jordan better than anybody. Who says he can't stop him?
Wait, no, time out. Is Steve Kerr coaching or is Steve Kerr playing?
If Steve Kerr knows himself better than anybody, then we're locking down at least one of the people in the court. I think the Warriors have too much firepower. I think the Bulls are going to defend them better than anybody else can. But KD and Steph and Clay, and you got Draymond down there being physical. Draymond and Rodman. I mean, what a combo!
Oh, it's gonna be fights. Oh man, it's gonna be bad.
Yeah, but I mean, I think the Warriors pull it out in 7.
I got you. All right. Well, my finals: the 95-96 Bulls taking on the 13-14 Spurs. It's going to be a very, very hard series here. I've got it broke down by game. It's going to go 1-0 Bulls. Then they're going to tie it back up. And then the Spurs are going to take the first one in San Antonio, and they're going to tie it back up. And then the Bulls are going to put the Spurs in elimination. And then Spurs are going to tie it back up. We're going to Game 7 back in Chicago. And here we go. Like we talked last week, the GOAT, Michael Jordan. He's going to prove why he's the GOAT. He's going to prove why he's the best player of all time. Because why? Because he never loses in the finals. Bulls in 7. Bulls in 7.
He's not my GOAT, but I agree.
Anyway, Bulls in 7. Don't sleep on the 13-14 pick to get out of the West. 13-14 out of the West.
I like it.
Great team.
I think it was a toss-up between the Bulls and the Warriors in my head. I didn't really. I mean, Spurs are a great team, one of the greatest.
Hey man, I forgot to show you this when I was shaving my face earlier, man, and I cut my chin. Got a Band-Aid on here right now. You can't really see it. Look like Donald Trump, man. Looks like Donald Trump.
You told me I couldn't talk politics, man. I can't comment.
Oh, sorry. That's my bad. It looks like the bullet got closer to me. Sorry. We'll move on. Anyways. So, cool. So you got something else? One last thing to wrap it up? We can like a trivia thing, or are we calling it quits, man? Whatever you want to do.
How much time have we been on here?
57 minutes, sir. So 50 minutes we've been talking because we usually start about 5 minutes after. So we got time. We'll round off about an hour and 5, hour and 10.
A little bit of time, I reckon. Yeah, it won't be a long trivia for sure. Just a little something to spark your mind, man.
That's fine. I like that.
if I can get my computer to work. Let's see here. All right.
Yeah. So, anyways, guys, while he's getting this pulled up, thanks for coming in. Thanks for getting on. If you guys want to do any questions or send any questions for us while we get this pulled up, and if you want to send them in while we're doing this last little segment, we can answer those real quick at the end. We'd love to have your questions, like we said, and get you all as involved as possible. So whatever questions you have, just send them on in, and we'll answer them after this last segment, and that'll be it. So, as always, like, follow, subscribe, like and follow all the social media, subscribe to the YouTube channel, promote it, repost, get it out there, show it to other people. Our next step is to, maybe kind of get some sponsors and stuff. That'd be kind of nice. So if you know anybody that would potentially want to sponsor the ClipBoard podcast, let us know. Let us know, and we'll for sure give you a shout out. We'll for sure give you a shout out. We'll get something in the works.
All right, Pat. Got a quiz pulled up for you.
All right.
Would you say you're a big Celtics fan, Pat?
No. Oh no, average. No, yeah, probably yes. What do you have for me? What do you have for me?
Well, what's that? This thing will load. Pat, do you think you could name me the top 10 scoring leaders of their careers for the Boston Celtics?
So career points for the Boston Celtics.
Celtics top 10 scorers of all time. Wearing
Okay.
that ugly green.
Are you ready? Are you ready for this?
Yep.
This is not going to be in
Top
any order.
10.
This is not going to be. This has to be in any order, or can it just be anybody? And then you'll just type it in.
You are right.
Are you ready? Larry Bird.
No, you can name them at random.
All right.
Yeah.
Larry Bird, Paul Pierce.
Type them in as you go.
Jason Tatum.
Overrated. Plumber.
Kuzi.
He is number 3.
Who is? Who is? What'd you say? I've got. Who do you have? Who do you have? Who do you have? Who do you have?
Paul Pierce is number 2.
Am I getting that far behind?
Already? No, Tatum's not on there. That fraud.
Am I that far behind right now?
Bob Cousy's number 6.
Yeah, I'm like way behind you right now because I'm saying it, and then you're responding like 10 seconds after I say the name.
One sec. Let me do this on my phone. This will be easier. What'd you say?
Good? You hear me? Oh my gosh, we made it so far.
I think the
Okay, we're good. You ready? All right. So I've got Bird, Pierce, Kuzi. No Jason
Yeah,
Taylor. No Jason Taylor.
no tape.
Okay. Mikhail.
Give me 1 sec. I'm slow at typing.
Good. Mikhail.
Um, Mikhail. Mikhail is on
MC.
there.
Mikhail. All right. JoJo White.
JoJo White's number 10.
Sam Jones. Just put
Sam Jones is number 7.
Tiny Archibald.
No.
What do I need? What do I need?
One for
One.
one. Nah, yeah, 1.
Bill? Is it Bill? No
I
way,
would
Bill.
imagine.
No way, Bill's one over Bird.
Bill is 8.
Bird's not one.
Bird's 3. Paul Pierce is 2.
Oh, Dave Cowens. Oh, I know
That's number
who
9. That's number
John
9.
Havlicek. John Havlicek. Oh. Don't
That
say
would
that.
be number 1. Yes.
All right. What am I missing?
Number 4.
That's it.
That's it.
Jeez. Oh, goodness. Tom Heinsohn.
No.
There's no way it's Kevin Garnett. Not Garnett, really.
No.
Jeez. Robert Parrish, maybe? No way.
Robert Parrish rounds out your top 10. Yes, sir.
Top. That was. So name them all. Name them in order now.
Shit. Let's play down. You had number 1 was Havlicek. Number 2 was Paul Pierce. Wheelchair Paul Pierce, maybe. Number 3 was Mr. Bird. Number 4 was Robert Parrish. Number 5 was Mikhail. Number 6 was Kuzi. Number 7 was Sam Jones. 8 was Bill Russell. 9 was Dave Cowens. And 10 was JoJo White.
Very nice. Very nice. That's great.
That's your legends.
That's great. Celtics are dogs. The Celtics are dogs. All right, man. Cool deal.
All right. Yeah.
Great episode. Fun episode. So, like I said, the poll on Instagram voted that Wednesdays at 7 is going to be our days. So, that'll be our next episodes next Wednesday at 7. We're planning on having a guest speaker, guest dude on the next podcast with us to talk a little basketball. We're going to get more in depth. It won't just be specifically about NBA players and NBA teams, stuff like that. We're going to kind of get into like talking just legit basketball, stuff like that. So, yeah, thank you all for getting on. Like, follow, subscribe, repost, share, do all that great stuff. And we'll see you all next Wednesday. And as always, can't teach dog, man.
Can't teach dog. See y'all.